What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at big boy Drogba loan prime moments. So we are just about to whack an engine on him. We have got his loan card, which is an 82 rated squad with one Premier League player, and it is only 30 chem. So we've got three of them. We've got Drogba, Pirlo, and Sol Campbell for the new icon SBCs. And I'm just taking a quick gander at the Drogba SBC. It's expensive. We've got a bronze and silver, standard team really. We've got one in form, 83, 80 chem. We've got an in-form 85, 70 chem with one Chelsea. An in-form 86, one Ligue 1, 65. We've also got a Premier League, one in-form 87, and then an in-form 89, 50. That is a huge price tag. I can't wait to see what this kind of ends up as. We will have a look at the end of the review what the actual total is, as it's literally just come out. We're going to go straight into him anyway, but he looks solid. Like, he genuinely looks a solid card, but the problem with that SBC is that looks extremely expensive, and he's only coming in at 1.4 on the transfer market, 1.7 on PlayStation. Obviously, we're whacking an engine on him, so it will give him 98 pace, 85 passing, 89 dribbling. He already possesses 96 shooting and 92 physicals. He's going to be a bully boy up front, and that's what I kind of want him as. He's got the head, he's got the outside of the foot shot, he's got power header and flair. He looks a solid card. I've heard mixed reviews about multiple versions of him. Personally, I have not used him yet. And brand new icon into the game. I cannot wait to give him a go. So we are going to be trying him in Foot Champs because we need to get that finished as well. I've got 5 matches of him loan-wise. So we'll try and get as many done with him. But obviously, I want to keep one at the very minimum. So let's just jump straight into it. He looks a solid card. Pace is fine. Shooting's brilliant. Like, shooting on a base is fantastic. Passing's nice. Dribbling, it's going to be a little bit clunkier than most, but he's got the 4-star, which is always fine. Heading and strength. Let's just jump straight into him. So the first person we're coming up against in Champs, he's got a solid gold back line. He's got Saka, he's got Renato. Okay, it doesn't look terrible, but we are hitting now the kind of topper end of Foot Champs, so probably could have done with this right at the bottom, but we're looking alright. The past couple of matches have been okay, but this is going to be the big first challenge for Drogba. I want to see what he's all about. He literally is brand new to me, so it's going to be interesting trying a new striker out. As sometimes I can struggle. I know personally with Freeze Mane, when I first got him, I really couldn't use him very well. Like, he was nowhere near the level of how I can use him now in some aspects. Just learning all of his movements, how quick he is on the turn, when to turn, and that's going to be interesting to see if I can kind of pick that up straight away with Drogba, if I can get the ball back. And this is the problem with Champs sometimes, is literally you spend half the time running around after somebody. Obviously, with the kind of added pressure of trying to get one player reviewed, this is why I've kind of not gone with multiple, because I feel like it's going to be more beneficial to kind of focus on one, especially in a sweaty game mode, that to try and get it to Drogba and just see what he's all about. But he's got the 4-star, which is always nice. Varane's going to come in and step on that one. So let's just jump in and kind of find the points that really appeal to me with him. Does seem relatively quick on the dribble. There it is. There it is. First goal. Oh, Drogba. Let's go, boy. Beautiful start to his career with us. Obviously, 1 goal, 1 shot into Drogba. Kind of managed to bully Renato off. Obviously, doesn't have the 5-star, so I don't think he can do a scoop. But he can. Oh, I was going to go for the Berber then. Drogba. Oh, that's a beautiful pass. It's not personally who I wanted to go for. I was looking for that overlap of, I think it's, I know it. Is it Bruno on the wing, I want to say? Got Cantona giving it to him. Ah, again. Passes, I swear, since the patch, like, there's been like an almost like a little soft patch. Since the soft patch, the short passing has been absolutely atrocious recently. So we are going to make some funny passes if we can. Oh, it absolutely skips it past. Oh, it's Drogba. Drogba, no, I put on the boost too much. My main problem is the fact that I keep running far too often, and I think with a player like Drogba, someone who's going to be more powerful, there it is. It's a great assist, and it's De Bruyne. He's always getting them. But like I say, the main kind of thing that you want to be doing with Drogba, especially as I've found out multiple times, is you kind of gotta feather the power, the little bit of turbo, because he's gonna take a little bit longer to kind of, it is seconds, but a little bit longer to slow it down as well. Other than someone like a Mane who is just going to absolutely blitz it. Can we get the chip? Oh, good save from Pope. But other than someone like a Mane, like a Neymar, who can turn on their brakes quite quickly, I don't know if that comes personally from the agile side of stuff and maybe a bit of balance. With a taller player like Drogba, like Cantona, like even Ronaldo to some extent, they do take a second to really kind of show their stopping power. Drogba goes with a little pass into Bruno. We're going to go with a Berber. He's going to manage to get it back. Pulls it. Not quite into Drogba. See, oh, Varane's going to be an absolute monster for him again. It's a big, big centre-back. His turning ability is not awful. I feel like I can see where he actually could be quite useful. Would I say I'd put him as a lone striker? I'd probably not, just for the fact that he probably would deal better with someone like a Mane, who would be chilling next to him, kind of running off him. Even though he is fast enough most definitely on his own, it would be nice to have somebody kind of just playing off him. So maybe in a different formation, we try him with a partner. Because obviously Mane at the minute has had to come off due to there only being one striker slot. So that would be interesting to see how well that would work. May look at that in the next match, possibly, seeing how he kind of finishes off with this one. At the minute he's on 1 goal and an assist. I'm happy so far, but I think it all comes down to knowing how much that price of that SBC is going to be. Because there is literally an inform required in every single one. And I don't know if he's worth that much. Like, if it's coming in at just shy of like 2 mil, I really wouldn't bother with him. Like, I think that's far too expensive. And plus then, even the grinding factor of that becomes very difficult. When you're looking at trying to get like an 87 plus team of the week in anything, it becomes difficult. Like that's not an easy thing to do, other than then going for like 90s and then obviously buying like an 84, 85 team of the week. Drogba again. Gonna go with a little one pass. Finds him back. It's a poor pass. Drogba's not able to stop that from Walker, and that's what I mean. That was just a simple little tap pass. There's nothing too complicated. I was facing the ball, and it still managed to kind of be a bit squiff. As we find Ronaldo. Oh, where is he going? He needs to be going towards the goal. Anyone told him? Oh, it's a lovely pass from Drogba. Walker's going to deal with De Bruyne, though. It's very nice work, and that's what I mean. As a second player up front, he's going to benefit so much off Drogba's just overall passing as Ronaldo finds it, but Pope is going to do something about it this time. Into Drogba. Oh, my God. 40 at it, but Walker again just putting his, well, not even putting a leg out, just standing there managing to block it. Doesn't even have to move. He's that good of a defender on this. That's a red. That's a red. Silly boy. He's got a red card for his Renato. That should probably, well, hopefully should seal the game out. It is currently, 2-1 to me. But we do, I would like another one with Drogba. I want to see his presence in front of goal. We've just been a little bit lackluster in front of goal at the moment. We've not managed to break down that defence. Varane has been doing absolute bits. Maybe with this extra man off, he's going to really find himself. And that's personally my fault. I thought he was going to come across with Varane that time. And the one thing I think that we're really going to benefit from is his heading. Like, yes, Varane's going to be there with this one, but I think in general, his heading is going to be a huge asset to have when it comes to going up front. And we find a lovely pass into Ronaldo. Ball roll into the back post. And it's another one for the... Oh, we see Gervinho. He's going to look for that Drogba header. Or it is not. He's got to pass it across, and Pope coming out again. Into Drogba. Is he on? I think he was on, but Varane again. Varane is just a nutty centre-back at times. Yes, it's kind of basic stuff. Ooh, that's a nasty challenge. Drogba. Power. We're kind of just running in one line. Manages to get it round. Oh. Why is he not moving? I was hoping to get one more fake shot in there, and then he may have just managed to get past, but he did very well to go as far as he did with very little kind of movement there. Drogba. It's got to be. Right foot. Beautiful. And I think we are getting a rage quit in this one. Absolutely sensational way to finish it. 80th minute. It's dead and buried, really. Okay, now we've got a big test with this one. Moments Baggio, we've got Yuri, we've got Royce, Hermoso, Thiago, Jones, Rooney, Tavernier, Coman, Schmeichel, and a big boy Vidal. So it's going to be an interesting one. King Carrius 69. What have you got in store for us? We managed to win the first match. Can we go back to back with the wins? Can Drogba see us through for a second time? Or is it the end of the road for this one? Drogba. We're going far wing, so I'm not expecting him to really get anything from there. We're going to try and run past. Yuri's going to tackle him this time. He's going to feel a little bit useless. This guy is a very, very good player. Find it very hard to break it down with just one player. So there may be a lot of movements with Drogba that kind of don't really get into the clips. But what I'm trying to find... that's poor. Very, very poor. It's just the fact that this guy really knows how to bring his players across. So I'm kind of hoping that we just manage to somewhat break through. Drogba. Can we get the ball across? Oh, nearly. Cantona. De Bruyne back into the mix. Not quite. Going to find it back to De Bruyne. Drogba. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I fake shot it and then passed with Drogba. Drogba. Essien. Just go with the little 1-2s. They seem to be somewhat working until they don't. Literally, as soon as I start talking, that's when I lose possession. Every single time at the moment. Drogba through. Oh, he's not going to have enough time to turn, honestly. There we go. He's going to try and pass it inwards. Oh, that was poor. Drogba? What? No way was that a free kick. Honestly, we saw the keeper go straight through the back of somebody. And then literally, I don't even know what that is. I'm not even pressing a tackling button as I actually have the ball. Drogba finding the ball far too wide for him. This is not the position where we're going to need him, really. We need him literally here. Oh, as we find it through. Oh, and Bruno's going to come in with a 2-1 lead. I'm going to try something different with him. We've kind of used him as a lone striker, but what I normally find with a lot of players that of his stature, very much like a Cantona, is I like them just below the striker, like kind of like almost the assistant side of it, because normally I do find like Cantona personally scores probably the same, if not just as much goals as my striker, just because I'm constantly doing the 1-2 between the striker and the centre forward / cam. So I'm interested to see how he kind of bodes well there. At the minute, we're finding good feet with him. He is finding himself quite out wide. That's poor. He's not ran in the right direction that I wanted him. So it's going to be interesting to see if I could just bring him a little bit more central, and I don't have to rely on him as kind of like the top man to really always be running. As obviously he is fast, but I mean, as in he's not necessarily the Mane of strikers. He's not going to be rapid every single time. His stamina is going to deplete, and he is a bigger lad to move forward as well. But we're going to see him on here. Let's get the little passing ability out. I feel like that is overshot by not too much, but again, this is where he may fall down, and this way he may not actually go in that position. Cantona, for some reason, has just got impeccable passing. Oh, that's more like it. That is a stunning ball from Drogba into Gervinho. Oh, yes. Let's go. Lovely assist from Drogba there. That's what I wanted to see, because I think over the top may be a bit of a struggle, but definitely through balls, I know he's got that ability in him. His passing with that engine is absolutely solid, so I was expecting something along them lines. So obviously we've got then somebody who can pass it like that, but then also can shoot like a god as well. So that becomes then a double threat more than just a singular, kind of just got to mark the body, really. Drogba, there we go. We get the goal. Lovely, lovely, lovely to get on that score sheet from there. Making it 4-2, and I need to close the blind. Drogba with the strength. You love to see it. Finds it through. He's going to get Hermoso's kind of back up. Finds it into Drogba. First time finesse. The king is home. The king is absolutely home. Another 5-2 victory, and I think this guy has had enough once more. Lovely performance from the lads. As I thought, to be honest, we may struggle on this one. So going into the overall then for Drogba. Wait. So going into the overall for Drogba then. So the moment of truth is how much is his SBC coming in at? 1.3 now is dropping heavy. Oh, we're still at 0 price. There is no way. Let's have a look at what we've got individually then. So what? Jesus. So we got 500k. So yeah, so round that to 5. We'll keep that at say 250 because we've rounded. So what? 5, 250, 750. We've got another 200 there, for instance. What's that? So 950. We've got say 1.05, 1.1. and then we're like 1.12 at the very minimum. So 1.12. Oh, okay. Oh, literally, I've done it the whole maths. At least I got my maths right. So 1.18. I need to see the comparisons, like because it's a prime moment now. It's not like any kind of like mid or base. This is the best version. So if we look at, so Ian Wright was 300, Zambrotta was 7. We haven't really had anybody with this sort of caliber yet, I don't think. If I'm judging right, like Balak was 1.0 or like nearly 1.1. We had, where's Nedved? 670. I'd say it's pretty bang on, to be honest, actually. It just looks a lot because obviously it is a big SBC and it's probably not the one we wanted either. But in terms of kind of like this striker himself, he's nice. He's a very good striker. Would I go and pay 1.3 cash for him? Definitely not. Like, I just can think of much better players to go for, just purely for the fact of how the meta works. Mbappe would be a strong shout even over him in terms of just value for coins and how he plays towards the meta. We can get a lot of strikers for 1.3 mil at this point. And for me, if it's the SBC, like, yeah, I'd grind it. Like, why not? It will take a long time. It is here till, what, June? What is that, June the 6th? So he is here for a while. But I think with all of the other Icon SBCs and not having League SBC players, it makes these SBCs a lot harder to choose from. Personally, for me, I'd stick away from any Icon SBC and just do the guaranteed one where you can kind of get a mix of anybody. If I do a Prime Moment SBC later on this year and I get a Drogba, knowing I could have done an extra one on top of that because I've spent 1.2 mil of SBC fodder, that's where you got to put it into perspective. Do you really want this Drogba? If you're a Chelsea fan, then you do it 100%. But if you're not and you're kind of okay with your strikers already, I'd just stay away from it, to be honest. The Icon SBCs are just there to grab any sort of fodder at this moment in time. And with, like I say, no League SBC players, it becomes then harder to part ways with fodder on an SBC like this. I would 100% always choose an any Icon SBC over an actual player. And I know that's stupid because obviously you can go and get a Nakata, you can go get a Roy Costa that's there for 400k. But the chances of then getting a Hullet, an R9, a Cruyff is going to outweigh it for me. Overall for him though, solid pace. Yes, not like Mane pace, but very, very solid pace nonetheless. Shooting ability is fantastic. Passing was nice. It's slightly above average, nothing too tasty, but we saw a couple of nice through balls. Managed to get a few assists as well. Dribbling wise, felt nice and quick. I genuinely thought it was going to be a little bit slower than that, but definitely a nice kind of player when the turn-in's involved. Obviously not too kind of like pinpoint kind of dribbling, like when you've got your Neymar in the middle of the box and you can literally tippy-tap it around. He's not going to be able to do that, but his turning in general and his dribbling on a general scale was quite nice. Composure's fantastic. Heading will obviously be decent, and strength is like an ox. Honestly, he's a very, very strong lad. So overall, I'm gonna give him, controversial, I'm gonna give him a 9.5. I feel like he's up there. He's definitely up there. Like I said, I'm not gonna spend the coins for him because that's just personally what I don't want in the club. But for me, he's still a fantastic striker to say the least. He's just not going to overtake my CR7 untradeable, the Mane untradeable, the Cantona untradeable, to go and put in fodder for this compared to going and doing an Icon SBC to get more review players. That's just how it works for me and my club, but anybody could be different. I would say if you do get him, he's going to be fantastic for you. It will take a little bit of getting used to. I really liked him in that centre forward role. Felt like he played a hell of a lot more of his own free football, so always something to put in mind. But again, if you put him as a striker, I would suggest a second with him, just to have someone bouncing off him, someone a little bit quicker, maybe a bit smaller, a little bit more agile, just to keep bouncing off him. Or you have your left and right forwards really close, ready for that pass. But overall, thank you very much. Let me know down below what you think, and let me know if you're going to do any of these. But other than that, subscribe, like, pieces.